Grandpa's Magic Banyan Tree, written and illustrated by Jeff Langcaon. I picked up my grandson after school one fine day. We had time, so we went to a park to go play. On the playground, we found a new structure there. It was plastic and steel, colored bright everywhere. Tall blue ladders led up to a red spiral slide and a high yellow tower with a green bridge beside. My grandson climbed on, turned and yelled, "Look at me!" He played as I sat in the shade of a tree. I watched him have fun, watched him climb, slide, and shout, and he kept right on playing until he was tired out. I patted his shoulder when he finished his play. Then we walked to my truck, and we both drove away. "That was quite a playground," I said, and he smiled. "We had nothing like that when I was a child." My grandson looked thoughtful. "Where did you play instead?" I searched through my memories. Then I laughed and I said, "In the park by my house stood an old banyan tree, and I thought that it was such a great place to be. It was tall as my school, and it looked just as wide. It had branches and vines I could climb on inside. Its thick roots were twisty and curved all around. I could follow their path without touching the ground. There were thousands of leaves on the branches up high. Between them appeared tiny bits of blue sky. There was one spot, a branch upon which I could lie. Up above was a hole that revealed a wide sky. When I lay on my back and looked up from this place, I felt like an astronaut blasting through space." There were lots of small rooms with dark corners inside and dim, shady places where monsters might hide. My sister said the tree was a fierce dragon's lair that guarded with bright flames treasures he'd hoarded there. But it was also a castle with a dungeon and maze, other times a great warship from the old pirate days. My grandson was smiling as he sat watching me. I had gone far away in my fond reverie. "Grandpa, we should go there, 'cause your tree sounds real swell." I nodded. I wanted to see it as well. So I looked at my watch to be sure that we could. We had time, so I drove to my old neighborhood. It had changed quite a lot. Many homes were brand new, though the park was still there where the banyan tree grew. The tree wasn't the same. It seemed smaller now. Time's passage diminished the magic somehow. We hopped out of my truck. My grandson ran inside, and he looked for the rooms where monsters might hide. I followed him there, for he hoped I could show all those strange, special places I'd known long ago. I scanned the old banyan for the wonders to see, but they'd faded with time. It was just an old tree. He sat on a low branch which had once seemed so tall, and I said, "Guess my tree's not so great after all." He said, "Are you kidding? It's a really cool tree. It's exactly the way that you said it would be. There are places to swing and small corners to hide, curvy roots and big branches I can climb on inside. There are dark rooms and places where monsters might be, and a high lookout spot to peer far out to sea. We can see pirate ships and a sea monster or two. Do you see them?" he asked. And I said, "Why, I do." I saw those things and more, for to my surprise the old magic was back, through a pair of young eyes. So we played a while more in the old banyan tree. It became everything we both dreamed it to be. We searched for the dragon, looked for clues to his lair. We never quite found it, though we knew he was there. We played games of pirates and perils at sea. I would roar monster roars as he giggled with glee. We played in that banyan for the rest of the day. I'll remember with joy that won't fade away. I had thought it was lost. Now I know I was wrong. My old banyan tree's magic was within all along.